Buddha. Load up the Drake, fuck it, I'm making them pay. It's high and niggas won't take it, ayy. I'm having my way. Said I ain't having this way. Quay, I ain't having this way. And like the third me go out, take me. What? Load up the Drake, what else are they gonna play? It's high and niggas won't take it, ayy. I'm having my way. Said I ain't having this way. Quay, I ain't having this way. And like the third me go out, take me. Hey, yeah. Now that I'm picking it through, I just ain't fell in love cause I'm way too awake. And she try fucking a rapper to break on my heart, but my heart doesn't break. As soon as I link with these niggas, they feelings are written all over their face. What? Okay, great. I'm in the back room with Wally's, I spent 30,000 on somebody's grapes. We done did so many pull-ups on niggas, no wonder we getting in shape. Too busy backing my words up with actions to have it go front of you. Face. What? Load up the Drake. What else are they gonna play? Side and niggas won't take it. Ayy, I'm having my way. Said I ain't having this way. Way I ain't having this way. And like the third you go out and take it. What? Load up the Drake. Making them fuck niggas pay. Straight at the trap to the play. We gone. Who say they ain't having their way? Who might have a little more on their play? We having our way in 3 ways. OVO scope on the tray. We having our way. Having that G.
Fuck how you take it, we straight from the pagan. I caught me some cases and beat it and raped. Seen they was taking no communication, no invitation, cut off circulation. Blue or the rebel, got it, this the matrix. Crosses all on my body, watch for Satan. I'm having gallery lavish, no talking, we smashing. Smith won the classic, ain't none of this average. Sniper, I'm sniping the bitch, I'm assassin. I piped it, then pipe the bitch up for some action. Don't even be bragging, these little nigga maggots. I don't even flinch, this shit be on accident. Fell in my lap, hit your bitch on an accident. I shoot my shot at some point, this shit accurate.
Load up the Drake. What else are they gonna play? It's high and niggas won't take it. Ayy, I'm having my way. Said I ain't having this way. Way I ain't having this way. And like the third me go out and take it. What? Yeah.
Shoving that shit in their face. Then I go put that boy right in display. They know that I'm after my way. I was 17 on the song with Dre. It's like an ignition, notice when we dropping. Get up. Cause niggas get moved out they space. Move. 2.5 was going on 3, but fuck it, cause it's worth the wait. Had to be illiterate, but I want everything that's on the menu and what's on your plate. I talk to God, he give me the faith. I hit the boy if I need me a drink. I got a Richie that sit on my left, but somehow I always be pulling up late. Aiming on earth. Ever since I got that rocket chain and took a trip out of space. Ever since born, cause it's not a race.
Go to the Drake. What else are they gonna play? It's high and niggas won't take it. Ayy, I'm having my way. Said out here having his way. Way out here having his way. It like the third me go out. Take it.
East Media Network. East Media Network. East Media Network. Armondo, Black. Live from Atlanta, Georgia. East Media Network Productions. Armondo, Black. East Media Network Productions. Live from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and happy Monday morning to everyone that's in the house this morning. We got a small crowd here, as usual. Good morning to you. Salute, Kalani Management. Salute, Ryan Birdie. Salute to your brother. Salute to you, Izetta. Salute to you, Trayvon. Salute, everyone. Salute that has come out to join us on this. This is a cloudy Monday morning in Atlanta, Georgia. But I want to go ahead and get on into this. We had a monumental turn of events in our country that took place Friday morning. We were on the air, as a matter of fact. It was me, Straight Talk, D-Truth. We were all on the panel. Salute to you, Thick Cut. We were all on the panel last Friday when the story broke about the Supreme Court deciding to strike down Roe v. Wade. Now, for those of you, good morning, Rashida. Good morning. So those of you that don't understand what Roe v. Wade is, it is the legislation that was put into play back in the early 70s that permitted women to have abortions in this country. Before that, it was illegal. So now we're back to where we were in 1971. And basically, the difference is it's going to be in the hands of the states. The states are going to decide on whether or not you can have an abortion, the stipulations, the regulations. The states are going to decide. I'm going to drop the link And I would like to hear from the ladies. I'm going to drop the link from my beautiful co-host. This month has, this year in particular has really went by rather fast. This is the last week of the month of June. And as you know, once you head into the month of July, you're pretty much over the midway point of the year. You're in the second half of the year because it will be the seventh month, officially the seventh month of the year. So this year has really went by fast. They say as you get older, your days get shorter. That's the old saying. So, but it's a blessing. A lot of individuals did not make it to see or make it this far. So just be blessed to be able to see another day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by breaking to a commercial break, and then we're going to go into our talking points. Good morning to my beautiful co-host. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Just sitting up here chilling this morning. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday to you, sister. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to go into our talking points. Okay.
Wayfield Foods, offering the freshest fruits and vegetables and a wide variety of fresh cut meats. Fresh foods cooked daily. Wayfield Foods, great quality at an affordable price.
Atlanta, it's back for a limited time. This Is It Barbecue and Seafood has brought back its 2 for $25 package. That's 2 dinners, 2 large drinks, and 2 desserts for $25. Choose from delicious entrees like rib tips, barbecue chicken, tilapia, barbecue ribs, and many more. And for dessert, banana pudding or strawberry shortcake. Dine in or carry out for just $25.
Atlanta, franchises now available. It's the rib tips.
Goddamn.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Okay, before we get started, I want to read an alarming statistic here. Okay, I want to read, and a lot of us, we love numbers. Okay, I know I love numbers. Listen, you love numbers? Well, here's some numbers for your ass. Okay, and I'm just going to do the years between 2014 and 2017 because it appears that you have some people that are in an uproar over the Supreme Court's ruling. So here it goes. All right, and this is 2014 to 2017. All right, number of abortions in 2014: 652,639 abortions in this country at an alarming rate of 12.1. All right. Okay. 2014, 638,169 abortions at an alarming rate of 11.8. Pay attention now. 2016, 623,471 abortions reported at an alarming rate of 11.6. 2017, 612,719 abortions at an alarming rate of 11.2. Now, even though the numbers were trending down, that is a lot. That's a lot of abortions. If you add up all four totals from 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Those are the number of babies that were aborted. So, for those of you that have a problem with this, just think about that. That's a lot of abortions. It's just too damn many. Too many. And that goes to show you why they did what they did. Although I don't agree with the Supreme Court stepping in telling Americans what to do with their lives, but it proves to the point that we were making on a panel Saturday, Rashida, that there were some women that were using abortion as a form of birth control. The government, they started keeping record of it. They have been, they've been planning this for years. They have been trying to figure out a way to put a stop to it. And the only way really was to strike down the Roe v. Wade, the Roe v. Wade legislation, to strike it down. Now they may bring a new one back and revamp it. I don't know. But that was just too many freaking abortions. Too many. Now, I do believe if there should be an exception if there's rape involved or incest involved, or if it's a life-threatening situation or whatever. Other than that, I just don't see how, you could go through with an abortion. That's just the way I was brought up. I just don't see how, other than those three reasons, I really feel like is being used for birth control and not for what it really should be used for. I want to get your opinion on this.
This right here is going to make people accountable for their actions when it has to do with sex, right? People, when you have sex, you have to be accountable of what happens. Either you're going to get pregnant, or it's going to result of you getting the STD or STI, or venereal disease, or whatever you want to call it. It can lead to having AIDS or whatever. But you have to hold yourself accountable of what happens. There's always a cause and effect on things when you come to sex. There's going to be probably a lot of people going celibate, thinking of the moral values and stuff. Because right now we in like a sex, a sex age that people just out there having a lot of sex and don't care what the effect is going to be afterwards. And me, myself, I'm a type of person that I take my responsibility. If I lay down and have sex, I'm going to take my responsibility if I was to get pregnant. I'm not going to use the way out of having an abortion just because I lay down and then protect myself, right? I'm a firm believer in birth control. There's different types of birth control that can work for you. And I tried them all, almost. But I found out with my body, it works with the pill, And I'm a firm believer in birth control. Right now, currently, I'm not on birth control because currently I'm 6. I'm practicing, being celibate for the moment. But it's, me, myself, I really don't care about that bill. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect me as a woman, a Black woman, because I take accountability of what I do if I was to have sex. That's why I keep condoms. I don't depend on the man to bring no condoms with when I go have sex with them and stuff like that. You're not finna trick me and all that type of stuff because I don't know. Because people's not gonna sit here and tell you that they have a disease or anything like that, and I can get pregnant. And especially I haven't had sex in over 4 years. I don't know what, and I lost a lot of weight, so I don't know what the hell's going on with my ovaries and all that type of stuff. So yes, if I still do start having sex, I'm finna go get me some birth control pills. And I found out on the news that they're gonna try to make it easier for women to get birth control pills because some of these states are banning abortions, and there are also states that have safe havens, to get your abortion. You know what I'm saying? But everybody have to be accountable of what they do because everything has a cause and effect to it. But me myself, it don't affect me because I'm a firm believer in taking accountability of my actions. Armondo?
I'm here. I just, I agree with that. I really feel like a lot of women should follow that same blueprint, and a lot of men as well. Don't be out there using sex as a sport or recreational. Salute to you, Money Boy Trey. Salute Thick Cut. Salute Trayvon riding dirty. Salute to you, Thick Cut. Salute Cool Breeze. Salute everyone. Salute everyone that just came up in the house. Salute to you. Yeah. What I was trying to do is I was trying to figure out how to drop the link from.
You still use your cell phone?
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to, what I'm going to do in the meantime. I'm just anyone that wants to join us on the panel. I just do it the old school way. So I want to keep stopping here. Okay, so I'm using a different device this morning. Normally I would have it pinned at the top, but yeah, that's one way. Another way is being responsible. Salute to you, Arabia Barbosa de Soto. Being responsible, being a responsible adult. And I think what's going to happen is now, especially women and fellas, get ready. And what I'm about to say, you're not really going to want to hear, but women are going to start vetting men very, very closely. They're going to start looking into your background. They're going to size you up. They're going to pocket watch you. Okay. They're going to make sure, and it's not a bad thing. All right. A woman has the right to, have a preference. Okay. If her preference is that she wants her man to be financially stable, on a certain level, then that's her right. Okay. She may want her child to look a certain way. She may want her child to live a certain lifestyle. So she is going to closely start vetting men a lot closely. It used to be a time where you would have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get some. You may be waiting 2 or 3 months now, probably 6 months, because they are going to be very, very nitpicky now with who they lay down with. I think that's what's going to happen. That's one of the things that's going to happen. Now, as far as the states, I think they're going to tighten up on the child support laws. Hey, that's coming. They are going to tighten up on the child support laws. Okay, they are really going to start holding men accountable. The days of getting a woman pregnant and going to court and telling the court, hey, this is all I can pay, this or that. No, they're going to put you. They're going to want to ask for receipts for one thing, and then they're going to put you on. They're going to give you a number to pay that they feel that you can pay, that you should be more than capable of paying. They are really going to tighten up on those child support laws. So I think a lot of changes are going to come on the state level. and a lot of changes are going to come socially. I think a lot of, uh, and I definitely think women are going to take the lead on this. They're going to start being more nitpicky on what man that they lay down with. And as far as birth control, now condoms are good. Don't get it, condoms are good, but condoms can burst. I mean, they can burst. Birth control, although they may work for you and they may work for a number of women. Uh, I've heard, some women have still gotten pregnant on birth control. So whatever works for you, the morning after pill. Now, my thing is, and this is something I've never understood since that has been invented. Okay, and since that has been available to people on the market. If you are dating, okay, if you're dating a man dating a woman, okay, you guys lay down and have sex, and let's say the condom bursts or you skeet in a woman, why not take the initiative and get a morning after pill? Why not do the responsible thing and get a morning after pill? You know, to prevent a situation later on from occurring. Okay, so if you know this man has skeeted in you, and you know that you skeeting in this woman, then why not? Why not just go ahead and get the morning after pill?
You know what, Armando? Sometimes, you have to also think that people are not really educated on birth control. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they still have sex ed in the schools now. I think they probably took that out because I haven't heard anybody talk about sex ed. And then too, me, I'm just unique. I'm a type of curious ass person. I like to, learn everything, and I ask all kind of questions with my doctors. You know what I'm saying? Also brush up on my knowledge. So when I do go to a doctor, I have knowledge of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Um, so a lot of women is not really educated on birth control and stuff. And really, as we have to start teaching our kids sex ed at home. So
I
they
agree.
can have they can have information when they go out there and have sex, because you can't stop kids for having sex, right? But we can educate them better so they can understand what the cause of it and the effect of it. And a lot of y'all men, y'all really need to start trying to protect your seeds. Y'all can't sit here and mess around with the big booty woman that's twerking and stuff like that and get her pregnant. And then all of a sudden, the effect is it will affect you financially. Because if you behind on these child supports, you can't get your driver license in some states. You can't get your damn passport. You can't get anything. You can't get a house or anything like that. You can't really be a good provider if you run around here having 10, 20 damn kids. You know what I'm saying? I read a story. This man had 35 kids with 15 baby mamas. This is sick. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why you are broke. Protect your seeds, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, if you don't want to have any kids and you adamant about it, get a vasectomy. Why are we depending on the women to do all the research and take all the birth control pills and all that type of stuff? You know, we really have to educate our kids on the cause and effect of, after having sex.
Well, I was thinking in terms of, okay, if you're laying down and you're making love, okay, you're having sex, you're a couple, all right, and something things happen, the condom burst, or the man doesn't pull out on time, and then he skeets in the woman, and you guys are in a relationship together. Okay, so just like when you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage, you're a team, so you make decisions together. And hey, look, unless you've been living up under a rock the last 5 years, I mean, everyone knows about the morning after pill.
Not
They
really.
Well,
Not
they talk
really.
about it. They talk about it in school. They
Well,
talk about it in school.
well, they don't. Everybody don't know about it. Everybody doesn't know.
If
You
they
know.
don't know, if they don't know about the morning after pill, then they don't have access to a TV. They don't have access to an internet. I mean, we're in the internet stage. All right.
You
So
know when they
that
run the prescription ads, they be talking real fast. You be like, what the hell going on there? And they talk, and then they talk fast about the effects of it and stuff. So you
no,
know, some people just don't know.
okay, but my point is, okay, we are in the internet stage. All right. People get on the internet and learn how to do everything else. I mean, come on. They get on the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
Hey, brother,
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
they get on the internet and they learn how to do all other types of effery, okay, on the internet. They learn
Hmm.
how to scam and learn how to do this and that on the internet. So you mean to tell me you can't get on the internet and learn how to protect yourself? You can't get on the internet and research things that would actually be uh, help you later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? To help you make a decision, a very important decision. So I mean, if you can get online and research all this other stuff, find out, you
Because
know,
it's not important. That's the deal. What I'm trying to tell you. You know, twerking and all that type of stuff is important. More important than being a hot girl, being the bad bitch, being the bad dude or whatever stuff like that. The pimp is more important than learning birth control. And you can tell with the numbers of birth control. Now people are getting abortions.
well,
Well, I mean, the bottom line up front, okay? Parents, that's their job. Bottom line up front.
Hello?
Now, yeah, you hear me okay?
yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Okay, because I plugged my phone up. I didn't know if I had a mishap. Parents, they need to doggone talk to their kids and have them informed because this is 2022. There are literally no more excuses to be made about I don't know, they don't know, unless it's calculus. Okay? Now, if it's calculus, trigonometry, higher forms of math, you get a pass. But your standard stuff like sex, oh no. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. So if the parents don't talk to the kids and the parents do not understand they were young at one time and have the kids comfortable enough to talk to them, the kids gonna sneak. And when the kids sneak and they freak, next thing you know, you're a grandparent. See. Now, I was in a situation when I was married to a woman and her daughter, you know, wasn't my biological child, but we had a good relationship. And she was liking on this boy. So I sat her down and talked to her. I was like, hey, look, you know, talk to her. Said, now, if you start getting, whereas you think you finna do adult things with this boy, the first thing you need to do is pump your brakes, pour some water on the hot pans. You need to come talk to me. Okay? So I got you doggone straight before you go down that adult street. Oh, Dad, I'm not thinking about. I'm like, I don't care if you ain't thinking about it right now, but if it comes to the point you think about it, you need to talk to me. It got to the point, there's this little boy. She thinking about doing grown folk stuff. I'm like, oh, here we go. First thing I did was I took her to the on-base hospital, to the professionals, said she is considering, you need to inform her of all her options for birth control, okay? Before she's the next one out here walking across stage with the big old belly, diploma in hand, and then what? You know what I'm saying? So they got her hooked up. Then when the little boy, he came over there and I talked to the both of them. I said, look, I was young once. I remember being young. I didn't forget. Tell you what, I can't stop y'all from doing whatever y'all do because I can't be here 24 hours a day. But I tell you one thing, You know when your mama get home from work. You know when I get home from work. Whatever, when I come up in this house here, the both of you better be sitting on this couch in the front room watching Rap City or something. Don't let me catch y'all in that room with that door closed, and don't let me catch you in the room. See, I'm old school. I will beat both y'all such and such.
Hey, brother, I'm old school too.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
I'm old school. I'm old school too. But my father was very, very strict, and the one thing about me, I would find a way. So that
yeah, that's
living
what I'm
room,
saying.
hold up, that confining you to the living room did not work. Because listen, a blanket, a blanket,
I mean,
a blanket. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
Blanket. Tell the girl to wear a skirt over when she comes over. The blanket. Hey, that right there, you don't need the bedroom. You can do what you got to do in the living room because your parents, they are going to turn their back eventually, long enough for you to do what you got to do.
Okay, now what I did was I eliminated the necessity of sneaking. See, like back in my day, we stand outside who could be out the latest when the street light come on. Who gonna be the, all right, we got older, we 18, whatever. We ain't got no curfew. Being outside after the street light was on didn't mean nothing to us. All the excitement was gone. So what I did was I removed the sneak excitement effect. You see what I'm saying? They followed the guidelines. I mean, hell, came home sometime, they done been doggone to school. He done did basketball. She done did cheerleader, majorette, whatever, They done came to the house, they was watching TV. They fell a damn sleep right there on the couch. They just did knocked out. Come in, look at him like, coach wore us out today and and no, they ain't done nothing. Because the first thing I look at is that hair. Because you know that after with girls, even women, you know that after you done got done hair. You know what your daughter's hair look like when they leave out the house to go to school. And if it come back looking completely different from when they left going to school, they made them a little quick stop and they did them a little something to mess that hair up. Now they gonna braid that hair from the forehead all the way to the back in one braid on the right hand side and the left hand side. I was young once. I did it. Now, my mother afforded me the freedom. She's like, look, this is when I get home.
Okay, what if they had,
what I'm saying?
Okay, excuse me, hold up. What if they had gym class, brother? What if they had gym class? Because I remember, hold up, slow down. I remember when I was in school, brother, we took gym class and, look, it wasn't just for fun. Sometimes, say if you were competitive and you were playing one-on-one basketball and the girls would get out there and play basketball with us, the girls would get out there and play, they wouldn't play tackle football with us. Or some did, but a lot of, it was mostly tag, flag football. I'm sorry. That's what, gym class, you're going to sweat. So you can't really go by that now.
Yes, you can go by that because girls that took their time in their hair, they too busy looking cute. I ain't messing my hair up out there sweating. Nope, took me too long to do this. Now, that's a woman on here. You tell me I'm lying.
Okay, now you have some females that are athletic, that were cheerleaders.
I'm not talking about the athletic females. I'm talking about, I'm going across the spectrum.
They have sex too, brother.
I know they have sex too. There was girls that was on the doggone basketball team when I was in high school. They come to school in the morning looking like a damn dude. They ain't had to worry about getting their hair messed up after school. They would braid one braid on each side because they know they got basketball. They ain't trying to be cute. At least when I was in high school, girls basketball players wasn't trying to be cute. The cheerleaders and the majorettes, they were being extra cute. They still being cute today. So, they ain't doing all that there. But the bottom line is, if you've got that relationship established with your children and you eliminate the doggone excitement of sneaking, it's a whole lot of stuff you ain't got to worry about happening. Because it's no thrill in it. It's just like somebody they steal a candy bar. Ooh, I got away with something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to remove the temptation of the thrill. Once you remove the temptation of the thrill, all right. I mean, it's like when somebody meet a woman, they be excited. Boy, the first time they gonna get with her, ooh, boy, I know I'm gonna tear this up, and got all these, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. Most times, neither side matches. You don't tear it up, and she don't do all the stuff in your mind you painted of this woman.
Mm-hmm.
But about a month or two later, babe, huh? Give you that look. And you like, man, I'm off today. We was in the bed this morning. Babe, yeah. Now, one time in the beginning, babe, huh? First thing we think, she want to get it in. Yeah, what? Now, I'll give you the face on it. Let me cam up. Babe, yeah, what? And what's going through our mind? Oh, she's gonna give me some more. She's gonna give me some more. She's gonna give me some more. Yeah. Once time goes by, you remove the thrill of the sneak and the this and that and all of that. There you go. That's like guys that pursue females. They do all this extra stuff in pursuit of the female. Then they get the female and they ain't doing that no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you used to do this for me. You used to do that. It's like, yeah, well, the same thing you did to get them, it's the same thing you need to do to keep them. People miss that concept. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at on that as a sex education. It's literally no reason. These kids are smarter than we think. They are smarter than we think. They're smarter than us when we were their age.
So basically what you're saying is parents that tend to be more strict with their children would be more likely to have problems with their teenagers as they get older, become older teenagers, like 17, 18 years old, when they get into junior, senior, and high school, where there's going to be situations where they are going to be in a situation where they're going to be out of your eyesight with a boy. You know, prom night, graduation night. You're going to eventually have to start letting them go out on dates and stuff like that. So you basically, what you're saying is, if you put too tight of a grip on your daughter or son, that could come back on you.
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is what I did is the same thing that my mother did, which was eliminate the necessity to sneak around. Okay? Because people that sneak around, they're so pigeonholed. That's the term I was looking for. Good, it came to my mind. You know, I'm old. I lose terms. Mm-hmm. They so pigeonholed on the sneak and not get caught that they don't handle the business that they should be handling. See, they so busy trying to not get caught that they're not focusing on they can get pregnant. They just don't want to get caught having sex. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
I can debunk what you're saying, Leonard, that you always gonna have to do something. An adult have to do something. Kids are very cunning and smart. Like
I
me.
know they're very cunning and smart, but if you eliminate
like me, I was a child that I had strict parents. My daddy was very strict on me because my sister got pregnant at the age of 13. But I still got my fuck on. I still brought home A's. I still was attending school on a regular basis that they know of, and everything and stuff like that. I was very cunning, and my hair always looked perfect and stuff when I came home.
Okay. Well, I'm the total opposite of you. I had free reign to do everything I wanted to do with whatever I brought in the house to do it that was willing. And I got straight D's in high school, and it took me 6 years and summer school to graduate high school.
And still, bought porn, sent porn to my house and everything, and watched porn and read sex books as a child.
Well, I didn't read sex books, but I had doggone little videos that I came up with. Angel Kelly, she was like the first real black, sexy porn star. Then you had Ebony Eyes. That was the one with them tig old bitties. And this and that. That's when this group called the Dark Brothers, they started doggone featuring blacks in porn, like what was being featured in the 70s as a John Holmes and all this old other stuff. So we're even there, except I didn't read sex books. Yeah, I didn't read books. That's why I had all D's.
Well, I brought home hundreds and everything. I still got my fuck on. Still skipped school, got me some dick and everything. Came with my backpack and came home with my backpack like I went to school.
Okay, that's you. I doggone went to school. My books was in my locker when I got there. The books was in my locker when I left. And I was still getting my doggone swerve on. And then this is what made it critically just a whole hot mess. My senior year of high school, I happened to end up being a DJ on a college radio station. That doggone changed my whole thing into I was the most popular guy going. Then through DJing, I made enough money to buy a car. Oh my God. Then I ended up DJing at the #1 teen spot on the south side of Chicago where everybody hung out from all the high schools around. Oh, I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess. Money, car, popularity. I'm up at Chicago State University getting with the Deltas and the doggone Skeety Week girls. And he could take me out on a date.
Salute to the Chi-Town. Salute to the
Chi-Town. I was getting it way the hell in, But I tell you what, I wish I had doggone invested some money in stocks in the Trojan Company. Because I wasn't making no babies. Because mama sat me down and showed me how much that stuff cost. Like, you like money, right? Oh, yeah. You see how much this costs? Now, remember them speakers you was talking about going to buy? Can't buy them speakers. You got to feed them doggone JBLs. Or get them Sherwin Vegas. I need to get them big speakers because, no. Damn a baby. Nope. Strapping up. So, but that's just me, though. I can't, I'm not one to say me in the way I do is the norm. I could just speak on myself and, how I did my thing. But with the girl I was raising, I gave her free rein. Then her mother and I got divorced. The mother got in church. She done found Jesus and all this. Oh, the next thing you know, the girl can't do this, can't do that. I'm like, you know what? That's sort of like cutting the spigot off a water hose. Once you cut the spigot off, it's just going to keep running. Next thing you know, this girl had had 4 kids back to back, none of them are a year apart. Persuaded her to go and get off the birth control, whatever it was that they had gave her at the hospital and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, it's 2 sides to it. And everybody that knew me in the military was like, hey, sorry, had you stayed married to her, that girl wouldn't have been out there like that. Because you was in her neck, right? So they thought when they saw the outside appearance, they're like, her father don't take nothing, But I talk. I'm like, okay, you could learn this the easy way. We can talk. Or you can bump your damn head and then you're going to be in a world of hurt. And dad can't help you. You made an adult decision that was a mistake. Now you're an adult. Work it out. Bottom line up front. Daddy don't play that one. So, no.
And that's the scary thought of, you slip up and you get a female pregnant, because that's the one thing my dad used to he used to preach about. Listen, you
Yeah.
slip up and get a girl pregnant, I'm pulling you out of. If this was the 80s now, you slip up and
Mm-hmm.
get a girl pregnant, I'm pulling you out of school. I'm taking you down there to the mill. And you're gonna fill out an application. You're gonna get a job. You're gonna be he was talk about the chicken biscuit and the
Mm-hmm.
chicken biscuit and a thermos of fruit juice. That's gonna be your lunch and some chips.
Well,
You coming out of school, you can say goodbye to your track, say goodbye to playing football, say goodbye to all of that popularity in high school, and all of that will be over with. So think about that when you are alone with a female and you decide to skeet up in her. You think about that.
yeah,
And I
well, you had a good one because my mother told me, let somebody mama call here and tell me you done got their daughter pregnant. I'm throwing you out immediately. I'm like, what? I'm kicking you out. Because some female pregnant? Yeah, because you know what? When her parents kick her out, she can't come move in here if you ain't got no place to live. So let some girl mother call here and say you got her pregnant. You out on the street pimping. You better figure it out. I'm sitting here like, man, I kind of like all this heat and light and everything. Nah, that's all right.
I know that's right.
I pass on the pregnancy. Because see, the thing with some adults, I don't know why they figure for the life of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once kids start, they gonna stop. I mean, you tell me the last time you had sex and it wasn't good.
Shit, I know I hell it's
You see what I'm saying?
once in a blue moon, man. Let me break for a quick commercial break. Everyone, we're heading into the second hour on this discussion of Roe v. Wade and what it means to the black community. We're gonna get on that subject when
All
we
right.
come back. All right.
Wayfield Foods, offering the freshest fruits and vegetables and a wide variety of fresh cut meats. Fresh foods cooked daily. Wayfield Foods, great quality at an affordable price.
Atlanta, it's back for a limited time. This Is It Barbecue and Seafood has brought back its 2 for $25 package. That's 2 dinners, 2 large drinks, and 2 desserts for $25. Choose from delicious entrees like rib tips, barbecue chicken, tilapia, barbecue ribs, and many more. And for dessert, banana pudding or strawberry shortcake. Dine in or carry out for just $25.
Atlanta, franchises now available. It's the Rib Tip.
Goddamn.
Want to welcome everyone to the second hour of the Armondo Black Morning Show. My beautiful co-host joining me here, Rashida Taylor, and we have the brother Leonard Ray. Did I pronounce that correctly, sir?
No, it's Roy like it has 1 R, but mine got 2.
Okay, Leonard Roy with 2 R's. That's unique. Joining me here on the panel. And everyone, I know you're looking at the numbers. You're saying, okay, this is number one. I'm only streaming to YouTube. I'm doing that for a reason. I'm just kind of trying to test the waters of where the morning show, which direction I'm going to take the morning show. And it's really funny. It's baffling to me as I watch these numbers that I see a lot of people in the chat saying that they are tired of hearing about the beef and tired of hearing about this and tired of hearing about that. So you have a discussion like this and the numbers drop. And I think that's more of a YouTube thing than any other platform, because when you have discussions like this on other platforms, the numbers are up there. So I'm just testing the waters here on YouTube, and it seems like people just like they prefer the effery over real spirited discussions like this. But you know what? Today is not about numbers. It's not about money or anything about that. I don't give a damn if we would have had 4 or 5 people in the chat. Today is about we're having this discussion, and this second hour, Leonard, Rashida, we are going to hit on a very, very important subject. Now that the decision has been passed down by the Supreme Court, what does it mean to the Black community? And I'm going to start with my beautiful, beautiful co-host, Rashida, on this one right here. What is this going to mean for our community? And how will it affect our community? Will it be a benefit to our community, or will it cause problems in the long run for our community?
I think it's gonna be better for the community because of the population. I think we are at, I think 12, maybe 14, maybe 12 to 14% population in the US of our numbers and stuff like that. It might increase our population. That's a benefit. And then too, a lot of the Planned Parenthoods are in Black neighborhoods,
Yes.
and maybe they will close some of this stuff and make people accountable of their actions when they lay down and have sex. Like, I'm a unique one. I was a child when I came up. I take the initiative and took my daddy's medical card when he got from his job, medical insurance card, and went to a doctor myself and put myself at the age of 15 on birth control. That's why I never gotten pregnant. And I always, wanted to please my daddy and everything. I didn't want to become my sister, you know, um, because he was really disappointed in my sister. She had 4 kids while she was in high school. You know, it is what it is. But then too, I didn't want to have kids at that age anyway, because I want to live life. You know what I'm saying? I want to finish high school and stuff. I want to walk the stage. I want to make my parents proud. So, you know, and then too, we had sex education back in the day, and it kind of like seeing, the gonorrhea, coochie, the burnt up dicks, kind of scared me, and not to have sex. You know, I think they use that as a scare tactic to anything. But it's I think it would help the community better on our numbers, of the population and stuff like that. Because we did lost over 1 million people for COVID, and I think that was probably one of the decisions on getting rid of Wade versus Roe, because our numbers are dwindling. I had watched a documentary that our population is not like it used to be, for the future. Because more and more women are career driven, and they don't want to have kids right now. And some women are waiting until their 40s to have kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably, a population control type thing of what they doing and stuff. I think it'd be more beneficial to our Black community. But, even when I was a child, my parents was embarrassed to talk to me about sex. So me being a bookworm, I had begged the librarian, can I check out a book to talk to me about sex? Because my parents was embarrassed of talking to me about sex. You know what I'm saying? So I read books about it. But sometimes books don't tell you everything. The experience is the greater teacher, and I learned, by experience as well. but I also safeguard myself. I knew as a child that, hey, I had to, protect myself because I did not want to become my sister. My sister didn't graduate high school. She don't even have a GED right now. And it's a difference when you're dealing with children. You know what I'm saying, at a young age. So I encourage the parents to really talk to your kids about sex. Don't be afraid, because I'd rather talk to them about sex than be a grandparent at the age of 30. So I think it would help the community out. You know what I'm saying, and maybe get rid of some of these Planned Parenthood that's in our neighborhoods and stuff, because it's all about getting rid of the Black community any damn way. That's how I feel. But hey, they know what they're doing. They trying to repopulate the earth, because right now we don't even have enough people working. Right now, they building robots just to do, like waitress jobs and cooking and stuff. So you're gonna go to a restaurant one day, you're gonna see a whole bunch of robots running around.
And then I just want to answer this. I just want to read this statement from Ryan Dirty. I think that we have too many people in this country. We have outgrown our available natural resources. Um, then why doesn't China have that same problem? See, that's the thing that the media, and you have the media, they don't come out and say it, but in subliminal ways, they'll say stuff like that and try to program that into our head, brother. But if you look at India and you look at China, they don't have that problem over there. They don't have that problem over there. Um, as the country, as the country grows and as the country gets more powerful, the population is going to grow as well. As time goes on, the population is going to grow as well. So the population growth in a country should not have anything to do with natural resources running short or running low. That has more to do with someone dropping the ball, like this food shortage. Someone's dropping the ball. The formula, the baby formula shortage. Someone dropped the ball on that. It doesn't have anything to do with population growth, in my opinion. It just doesn't.
I don't think it is either, because we have a lot of resources and stuff. It just anchored out at sea, because China is pumping out a lot of stuff. It's just we getting it. We don't have enough workers, and that's why the supply chain has broke down, because we don't have enough truck drivers. We don't have enough chassis to put the containers on. We don't have enough containers to put goods in. You know what I'm saying? China is actually pumping out a lot of goods, and it's just anchored at sea.
Mm-hmm.
We have a big supply chain problem.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? If you miss a couple of days of manufacturing stuff, you miss out on a lot. So now we have supplies. It just anchored out at sea.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, everything has to be wait your turn, because we have on a cargo ship, it looked like Legos on a cargo ship. You know what I'm saying? So each container got to be taken off one by one, and somebody had to take those containers off. You know what I'm saying? So the ports don't have enough workers to take those containers off. They working now 24 hours a day, which they don't have to. Then you have to think that there's regulations with the trucks, with a trucking company, because those drivers can't drive a certain amount of hours in a truck. So everybody has these regulations to keep their employees safe. You know what I'm saying? Safety always first. But we have goods. It just anchored out at sea. I forgot last time I had checked, I think we had over 100 container ships out at sea. And these also contain the oil ships that's out at sea.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
if I just made a hold up, I just want to read this real quick because this brother made a great point here. The food crisis started as soon as these billionaires bought most of the farmland in America. That's not a coincidence. And listen, my father used to talk about this a lot. When the billionaires started buying the farmlands or whatever, that's when the problem began. Is another comment as well that Abby made. I want to go back up a little bit. And she basically, when she was having a conversation with Yafi in the chat, and there's some great conversations going on in the chat at Yafi. I read an article that highlighted there are more deaths than births. That's the main reason these abortion laws are being implemented. Leonard, I want you to comment on that.
You have to look at your
Okay.
look at your 2020 census. Let me say this. Look at your 2020 census at the numbers. It's like Abby just said, she's right. If you look at your 2020 census at the numbers, there are 20 million white people missing. And death rates is higher than the birth rates right now. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to sit down, y'all have to look at the numbers. And yes, somebody made a comment about, the ports. Yes, the ports have something to do with it. They don't have enough workers. They don't even have enough truck drivers, enough chassis. They don't even have enough container ships and stuff like that. The reason why I know all this is because that's part of my job.
Mm-hmm. There is a huge lack of truck drivers. There is a lack of truck drivers.
Right. That is true. Yeah. Now, as of the Roe v. versus Wade overturned thing, all right, what's being missed by the general population in the United States is this. States that currently allow and have set standards for abortions, be it the banning of abortions or allowed abortions, none of that's going to change. The overturning of the Roe versus Wade, or the overturning of Roe, all it did was put the laws in the states' courts so the citizens of said states could vote on what they wanted to do. Okay? Now, when you talk about the negative side of it, the negative side of it will be for states that ban abortion 100%, and those are going to be those locations where women that have no options are going to these tabletop people to try to get rid of a baby, and that's going to cause deaths of a lot of women, right? But seeing as abortions are not illegal in all states, they're still going to be able to doggone, give it. It's like you had some people in Chicago, and they were saying with the Planned Parenthoods, which, the majority of them are located in black neighborhoods, now they're going to have to shut down. I'm like, no, they're not going to have to shut down because abortion is permitted in Chicago. So it changes nothing as of abortions as a whole. All it does is give the states and their doggone legislative, judicial system, whatever, the right to say yay or nay as of abortions. That's all. That's all it does.
But they're gonna shift the Planned Parenthood. Instead of having abortions, they're gonna shift it to teaching these women birth control pills, and they also have like the abortion pill. They probably give you abortion.
Yeah, they've been had the day after pill. They had that for doggone.
No, it's an abortion pill. It's not a day after pill. They call it the abortion pill.
Okay, well, I'm not familiar with it under that title, the abortion pill, but I do know with the day after pill, people think they're under the impression you take the pill and then you're good. No, what that day after pill does, it forces you to have a miscarriage. After that happens, you still need post care from a hospital when that occurs. That's the part that is not being doggone told to people, or some people are not. They're just assuming, because it's far too many people in the United States that just, well, this is what got said on the news, and they don't research it for themselves. And then when it ends up going bad, opposite of the way they want it, then they want to start blaming somebody for something. When we got these terrific gadgets, they're called smartphones. You could talk into them and ask a question. They'll give you the answers. And then you could further research the answer that you get. So, but nothing's going to change state by state. The only thing is that changed is the federal government has washed its hands of jurisdiction over states as of abortion. That's all.
No, I had just researched what's the difference between they call it the Plan B pill and the abortion pill. The Plan B pill is the morning after pill. It's over-the-counter medication that prevents unwanted pregnancy that occurs within 72 hours of unprotected sex.
Mm-hmm.
And the abortion pill use two medications. These medications take separately during two phases of the abortion pill process. One of the pills, it prevents the body from producing natural pregnancy hormones, which results in termination of pregnancy. And I think the other pill, just completely just do the abortion process. I'm just reading quickly and stuff like that. But there's you have to use the Plan B pill within 72 hours of after having sex. The other pill that you already know that you are pregnant, and these pills make you lose the baby, make you lose the fetus.
Okay.
Now they're gonna still give out these abortion pills, and you will have the Plan B pill, and you still have birth control pills. I don't think I want to take the abortion pill because they wanted me to take that when I got my miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? But I opted out to take the surgery because I didn't want, to pass a fetus in my body.
Well, when we talk about population, thus and so, as a population, Black America, the majority of Black Americans are in urban American cities. That's your highest population of Blacks. Okay? Now, I base this, what I'm saying right now, on Chicago. So I'm from Chicago, and the facts can be researched. Okay? As of the decline of Black population, these drive-by shooters and hoodlums, they are the main perpetrators of Black genocide, bar none. They had a situation that occurred 2 days ago on my birthday. Oh, madam, I must have talked it up because they're showing it on TV right now. There was a guy driving, had his baby in the car with him. The baby was crying. It was a 5-month-old girl. And, babies, they cry when they wet or they're hungry. He pulls over on the east side of the city, and it's all Black over there, like the south side and the west side, to tend to his daughter to try to either change her pamper, give her a bottle, whatever he had to do to stop her from crying before he dropped her off at the mother's house. Soon after that, a drive-by shooting occurred. It was a female that did the drive-by shooting. It was a dude driving. That 5-month-old baby got shot in the forehead and died. Little baby girl. Little baby girl. So, we can't calculate how many children she may have had later in life. The same thing like the little boys. Because norm is like stories like that used to make nationwide news and get harped on extensively. But it happens in Chicago so frequently that it's just passe. Babies being murdered. And who are the babies? Black babies being murdered by who? Other black people in these neighborhoods. But what happens right after that? The blame game, where they put guns and drugs in our neighborhood so we can kill each other. They, being white people or the government. But people act like you don't have enough common sense to not shoot somebody that looks like you, that grew up like you in your own city. So when are you going to take responsibility for your part in that instead of blaming white people and the government for your actions? That 5-month old, not 5-year, 5-month old baby is dead. And there's no accountability on it. And at the time, there was a march going on. They had about 10,000 people marching downtown Chicago over this Roe versus Wade stuff at the time. You think it's going to be 10,000 people marching on City Hall in Chicago complaining to the mayor because this 5-month-old baby got killed? Nope. So we as Black Americans, we need to start with, like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. We need to take responsibility for our actions, and that is the only way things are going to change. Stop playing the blame game, blaming everything except our actions. Okay? I mean, I'm gonna end the statement with this. If a child goes to school, they don't have their homework, and they tell the teacher the dog ate my homework, and that teacher allows them to keep using that excuse, and they get a failing grade at the end of the semester for incomplete assignments, is it the teacher's fault or it's the child's fault? See, it's the teacher's fault for allowing that child to use that bogus excuse and not getting on the parents, and the parents buckling down on that child, whereas that child get a sense of responsibility to do what they're supposed to do to move forward. That's
Yeah,
it.
you absolutely got a point there. Now. Somebody's echoing. Somebody's echoing.
Oh, is it me?
I'm on mute. I think it's you.
It's you, brother.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I'm echoing because I don't have anything on except this phone. Let me hit mute.
Okay. Well, real quick, because I don't want you on mute too long. I want to read this comment by EFI, and I want both of you to comment on this. He says, shaking my head. We have a black mayor, and it seems when we have black politicians, they care even less than white politicians about us. And I just want to piggyback on that first. I had a discussion about this a couple of weeks ago when I did the story about the Atlanta child murders. And at the time, we had a black mayor, a black commissioner of public safety, a black district attorney, but basically blacks were in power of the city of Atlanta. We had a black police chief, and they swept a lot of things under the rug regarding those murders. There are a lot of cities that when that statement could also be directed towards Chicago, because it was said about the mayor of Chicago. There was said that she didn't really care. Salute to you, Mrs. Maggie. Salute to you, that she really was slacking on the job when things were occurring up there, and the high rate of murders happened under her watch. That could be true, and it also could be false. But I've seen this a lot, and I don't know if maybe it's a coincidence, and maybe it has some truth to it. I mean, the both of you, I would like your opinions on this. And I'm going to mute my mic and let you guys talk.
Okay, am I still echoing or no?
No, you're not echoing.
You're not echoing.
Okay. I don't know. Something may have been my internet. Well, I could tell you a story, and it'll be a short one, about 90 seconds. There are people in Chicago that I know personally that will never forgive me for a statement that I made about Barack Obama. Now, there was a 17-year-old girl, Hadiah Pendleton, that went to sing at his second inauguration. This girl was gunned down about a mile away from the Obama house. Obama was not at the funeral. But a week earlier, when the Sandy Hook shooting happened, he and his wife were boots on ground at Sandy Hook the same doggone day. I'm like, ain't that how we do us? Then they tell me, well, Michelle Obama came to the funeral. Michelle Obama wasn't president. She didn't sing for Michelle Obama's inauguration, her second one. She sang for Barack Hussein Obama's second inauguration. So if it should have been anybody at that girl's funeral, it should have been the president of the United States that made his bones in politics from Chicago. No excuse. That's that story right there.
I like the somebody echoing. Oh, you still echoing them. I still hear myself. Mute yourself. Okay. I just read about on the Planned Parenthood, like Texas is a total ban on abortion. When that Roe versus Wade passed, overturned. So, in order for you to get an abortion is to save the pregnant person's life, or to prevent serious risk to the pregnant person's health, physical health. That's the only way that you can get an abortion in Texas. So, you might can get I think you can get the abortion pill or whatever. But this is real serious, and this is not the only state that that is a total ban on abortion. Like I think Louisiana, Kentucky, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, South Dakota, what else? Utah, Ohio. These are states that is a total ban. This is serious, my friend. Y'all better start taking accountability when y'all start having sex. This is serious.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying earlier when we first came on, Rashida. It's all about responsibility now. These young adults have to start being more responsible. They have to start making better decisions. If you are a couple, you're dating, you have to make better decisions. Now, if the fellow accidentally skeets in his girlfriend or fiance or whatever, if the two of you are not ready to have kids at the time, go get a morning after pill. All right. And another thing, I agree with the both of you, especially when it comes to these teenagers. Parents need to get more involved. They need to be more proactive. And they need to teach these kids at home. You know, my father, he put the fear of God in me. It was an unusual way of teaching me, but if it worked, it worked. Shit, I didn't have my first child until I was 26. So, you know, it works. You know, my worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, Georgia. I just read Georgia's. Abortion is legal in Georgia. However, Georgia bans abortion after 21 weeks and 6 days.
I agree with that. I agree with that because So how many days?
26 weeks, 6 days.
26 weeks.
Yeah, 26 weeks and 6 days. So, you
That
don't know until you're pregnant till like 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So
You
okay.
won't, 2 to 4 weeks, you'll know when you're pregnant. It depends
Oh,
on how your body acts.
and you're saying they're banning it after 26 weeks or
Yeah,
26 days?
26 weeks
20
and six
shit.
days.
Hell, they listen. After 6 weeks, it's the baby has a heartbeat, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, the baby.
I never
Correct me
been
if I'm
pregnant.
wrong. The baby has a heartbeat after 6 weeks. So I feel like 26 is a little. They're gonna change that. They're gonna probably reduce that. I'll say, man, I'll say it has to be 6 and under. 6 weeks and under.
Y'all said that's 8 months.
Yeah, that's crazy. They need to reduce that to under
So
6 weeks.
you are almost wow. You almost aborting the whole baby.
Okay, so your file says 40 days, it has a heartbeat. So 40 days, 4 weeks. Yeah, they need to reduce that under 6 weeks. I just don't believe in aborting or killing a child with a heartbeat, because you kill something with a heartbeat, that is basically, in my opinion, is murder. I think that's you, LaRon. That's Echo.
New echo.
Yeah, you drop down and come back out, because you got something open, bro.
It's a bad echo.
Yeah, that's a bad echo. He has a browser open.
Okay, let me drop off and click back on, because nothing's open in my phone. So I'll be right back.
Okay. I remember earlier in the conversation, he was sounding fine, and then something flipped because I'm not able to see his avatar anymore.
Yeah.
It's white, and when it did that, I think it kind of
knocked him out a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of knocked him out a little bit. He probably hit a bad area or whatever. But they need to reduce that to like, man, 5 weeks, 4.5, 5 weeks or something like that. Knowing Brian Kemp, he's gonna tweak that law. 26, come on, man. 26 weeks.
Yeah, 21 weeks.
21, come on, man. Come on. He has to make some adjustments to that. And I'm surprised by him being a conservative Republican that is even that. No. No. We got to get that change. We have to get that change. I don't give a damn if you're a Democrat, Republican, independent, or what. We have to get that change. We really do. Put it inside of 5 weeks. Inside of 5 weeks, because once that child has a heartbeat,
you hear the heartbeat in 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you hear the heartbeat in 5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like
wow.
If you,
yeah,
you hear the heartbeat in 5 weeks. So my thing is, think about it now. So you have a baby in you, and the heartbeat. You hearing the heartbeat at 5 weeks. So you go into that following week. How the hell can you walk into a clinic and get rid of it? Unless there's rape involved. And if there's rape involved, why would you wait that long to have an abortion? If you are raped and you discover in a couple of weeks that you're pregnant, go ahead and get rid of it. Go ahead and get rid of it. In my opinion, just go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't wait till 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks and then decide to go to a clinic and get an abortion. It
that's
goes
almost
back
a whole baby.
Exactly. It goes back to what you were saying.
The heart is developed, and then the brain and stuff is already developed, and the baby's already kicking at 21 weeks. I never been pregnant, y'all, so help me out.
And think about it. You've never been pregnant, so you can really relate. It's actually just learning that. It's kind of getting to you, and you've never had it. You just think of women that have actually had children. Can you imagine getting rid of something that has a heartbeat inside of you? That's I don't understand. I can't, I couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I
Okay.
don't understand it either. You know
I
what I'm saying? But that's
yeah,
your
I
state.
found
That's Georgia state.
yeah, the heartbeat bill is 6 weeks. It's not 26 weeks, it's 6 weeks.
Well, she read
No,
Georgia. She read in Georgia that is 21. I mean, we need to do
No,
something
it's not
about that.
it no, if you're looking at you're
I'm
looking
looking at the
at
Planned
politics in Georgia.
Parenthood website. They got all the states, which
No,
ones are
that's
banned.
Planned Parenthood. No, it's trust me, it's 6 weeks. If you watch or if you go on Fox 5 Atlanta, go on the website for the
Now I'm
news
looking at the
and
Planned Parenthood website, and they are the
what the
ones that
plan
knows
is
most
is
about this
is
bill, and they put this out with each state that what's going on in each state. So I'm looking at
oh,
Georgia state because Armando lives in Georgia. So Georgia
I
said
live
yes,
in Georgia
abortion is
too.
legal.
I'm
Abortion
telling you,
is
I live in
legal,
Georgia
but
too.
it's banned abortion after 21 weeks and 6 days. So I'm looking at the website right now,
Okay,
Leonard.
sister, that's what the website is saying. What is being said on the news from the state capitol and Governor Brian Kemp on the news is 6 weeks.
No, this is what I'm reading
How
from the
you
Planned
now, come on,
Parenthood
sister?
website.
How you gonna tell me no about where I live?
But if you go on Planned Parenthood website and you look at the guides of
Okay,
each
like I
state,
said,
what
it's
they have
that's
planned right here,
inaccurate
they say
information.
21 weeks.
One at a time. One at a time. Let us speak,
Okay,
Leonard. Let us speak. Let us speak.
okay.
Go ahead, Rashida. Go ahead.
They said on the website it's past 21 weeks. This is what it says on the website. This is what I'm reading. Now, some
That's on the
states
web.
have 6 weeks. Some states have 6 weeks, but Georgia has 21 weeks and 6 days.
Now, Leonard, I will tell you this for a fact. It is more than 6 weeks. Because I remember a young lady had gotten an abortion at she had gotten an abortion at 3 months.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So
But
I know it's
under
more than
hold,
it's
hold,
longer
hold,
than
hold.
6 weeks.
Now,
Okay, go ahead.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Understood. Since the overturn of Roe, Governor Kemp has been on TV and they're in the process of putting the 6 week, the heartbeat bill. Remember, it failed in the Georgia Congress?
Mm-hmm.
Is 6 weeks. So that's what they're moving forward to pass, and they will be able to get it to pass.
Okay,
So
now
it's
repeat.
going to be
But for now, it's 21 weeks as it stands right now, June 2020. As right now, as it
that's
overturned
you
in
said that's
ways
June
which is that y'all
2020.
you can still get an abortion over there in Georgia. I
Okay,
can leave
now,
if I was to get pregnant here in Texas, I can go to Georgia and go get an abortion.
oh yeah, that's true. Chicago too. But when they're talking about the overturning of Roe v. Wade, whatever they call that thing, you have a number of states where it doesn't affect black people at all. Okay, I can list them for you.
But New York is the
Alaska.
highest state that has abortions,
No,
though.
no, 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 no. I ain't talking about no. I'm talking about where it does not affect black people at all, due to the population of black people in said states. Alaska, Hawaii, Idaho, Maine, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, and New Mexico, where there are literally no black people residing.
You can put Iowa in there too as well. The state of Iowa
But
is
they
already.
got yeah, you can put that in there, but they got some folk that moved over, they shift over from Illinois and went west to Iowa.
Because
But
the factories relocated out of
exactly.
Illinois into the state of
hmm
Iowa. Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly. So that's what caused that shift, that population shift. But ain't no black folk in doggone Alaska. We don't like no cold weather. I mean, let's just keep it real. Alaska, okay. So when you have those states, they play no part in this whole scheme of things to do with Black Americans. None. Now, see, when I have discussions about this stuff, when we're talking about Black, I try to keep it Black. I don't, I don't like interjecting. Well, white folks, okay. Well, what does that have to do with our problem? Well, no. Let's focus on us for a change. Let's do that. Because see, I have a number of white friends that live in rural America and they hurt. Oh, they hurting. See? Because the majority of your high paying jobs are located where? Urban America, big cities. Not out there in Wattaville, Georgia somewhere. Ain't no economy there.
Where the bigger plants are moving into the rural area, like
Right, but
Ford
that's
moved their main plant into Kentucky. The Mercedes moved their plant into northern Alabama. So it's
right,
Most
but
most
that's
of
the
them
thing.
moving to these states that don't have no state tax, like Texas.
yeah,
Like a
Texas.
whole bunch of people are moving here because we don't have a state tax.
Right, but that's the thing. If they don't have a plant that moves to a rural area to give that rural area an economy, you got to ask yourself, what economy do they have? I tell you what it is. State and federal prisons. Every time a prison is built, where do they build it at? Someplace way out in the sticks. See? That's their revenue right there. See? That's like Atlanta. See, you can go to jail in Atlanta. You'll be in the Fulton County Jail, and if you got to go to federal, they'll just take you a little further down the street, right? Just a little bit down the street to the next lockup. Get locked up in doggone Chicago and got to go doggone to prison. You going 6 hours outside of Chicago, downstate near Southern Illinois University. That's how you doing. In New York, you going upstate, down near to Canada. See, in those rural communities. See, that's what goes on.
Okay. Let me read this statement from Simset. So it says, Armondo, we got number issues. A woman doesn't know she is pregnant until she misses her period, which comes every month. Your plan of 5 weeks leaves her 1 week to abort. I'm going to answer that, and then I'm going to let you two chime in on it. We can get a lot of things done in 7 days if you really want to. A person can get a lot of things done in 7 days if they want to. Okay, a life-changing decision like that, I just can't give you any excuses of sitting on it. Why are you waiting what are you waiting for? Once you find out that you are pregnant and you know you are not prepared, this man that skidded in you and gotten you pregnant, you know you have no intentions on marrying this guy. You know he's a loser. You just got caught up in the thrill of the moment, of the night, in the heat of the moment. He had some good wood. It felt good, and he accidentally skidded in you. But you know he's dusty. He's financially not able to take care of you. He is not the settling down. He is not the family man type. So why would you sit on making that kind of decision? Go ahead. Even if you have 7 days, all it takes is 1 day and maybe a couple of hours to do what you have to do. I mean, I don't understand it. What the hell do you need? 2, 3 weeks? What do you need? A month? I mean, come on. It does not take that long to decide to look, hey, I'm not ready for it. I need to go ahead and have this abortion.
Well, myself, I can't make that strong of a statement about what a woman does with her body at that point as of getting an abortion. But what I can make a strong statement on is you knew he wasn't shit when you laid down with him.
Yeah,
So
that's the point I was making.
you
That was
knew
the
he
point I
wasn't
was making.
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. You knew he wasn't shit, but you laid up with him anyway. Hey, charge it to the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Pick better dick. Pick you some dick that's attached to a paycheck. See?
You know, you're gonna have some people making T-shirts of that
Hey,
slogan.
I got all kinds of T-shirts.
Pick
I
better
got
dick.
T-shirts. I done got mad. I done made that people be mad. I walk around Lenox Mall. I got this one T-shirt. Don't be mad at your baby daddy. You picked him.
You're gonna
I
have
got that
people
T-shirt custom
you're gonna
made.
have you're gonna have people you're gonna have people making T-shirts with that, and it goes back to what Rashida was saying earlier. What we were saying earlier is about being more responsible. That's what it actually is going to come down to. And now that you don't have Roe v. Wade, you have to make better decisions now. You really do. You have to make better decisions, and that goes both ways, man and woman. You have to make better decisions. You know, why have sex with someone? Why waste your time and give yourself to someone? That's man or woman. I'm not just saying this for the women. I'm talking about men too. Why would you lay down and have sex with a woman and on top of that, skeeting that woman, and you have no intentions on making this woman your wife? You have no intentions on having a future with this woman, but you want to go all up in her and skeet all up in her, but you don't want to. You're not ready for the responsibility of being a father. Why would you do that? Just listen. What's wrong with abstinence? Until you find the right person, what's wrong with abstinence? What's wrong with keeping your wood in your pants? And what's wrong with keeping your legs locked and closed? Until you meet that person that's worthy of you giving yourself to. What's wrong with that? We used to have those type of values. We used to have those type of values once upon a time, where you would graduate from high school, go to college, and then meet the right woman or the right man. And then you wait until your wedding night. You wait until after you said the vows, and then you have sex with that person. I guess you're a cornball now if you decide to do that. I guess you are lame now if you decide to date. Do it the right way and wait until your wedding night and give yourself to that person.
Bruh, I up the ante on that. Just watch the first 48. He's 27 years old. He leaves behind 4 children with his fiance, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, fiance, baby mama, that's a situation. That's not a that's not a doggone. That's a situation and a circumstance. That's not a status. Because you know what? If she was married to this dude and he was a gainfully employed individual, you know what happens when he comes down with a sudden case of death? That woman gets a check every month, tax-free, from the Social Security Administration for the rest of her life or up until she gets married again, along with the children until they're 18. You see what I'm saying? Women ain't looking at that.
Okay, I want to read this, what Miss Abby said. Your value said until marriage, that's unrealistic. Plus, how are we supposed to test if we are compatible sexually? I do believe in the vetting problem. I look at it like this, Abby. Okay, now I'm not saying, okay, all right, okay. There's a way you can do this. Now, a woman has ways where she can find out that the man is working with something. Okay, now come on, now we all know the tricks. You meet a man, you hook up with a man, you hug him. a certain way, you rub up against him, then you pretty much know what he's working with. Okay, you can listen. You go to the pool and you take a shower together, whatever. You don't have to do anything in the shower. But if y'all dating, if y'all in a 6 month relationship or whatever, up to a year, y'all are dating in a monogamous relationship. You're engaged, but you're deciding to wait until your wedding night to have sex. By then, you will have seen what the brother is working with, and he would have seen what you're working with. Anything
Yeah, but
else after that, if it comes down to skills in the bedroom, the brother can be taught or the sister can be taught how to
no,
please you.
it goes deeper than that, bruh. And I agree with her when she said on here. Let me put my glass on so I see it. I'm on my phone. As of that being unrealistic, those standards are due to society and the way society is today. That wait until you're married standard, that is completely unrealistic. It's not going to happen. Now, as
It
a
worked
knowing
for
what
our
somebody is working,
ancestors. It worked for our
but
ancestors.
that was then. That was then.
What has
This is
changed?
now.
Nothing's
What's
changed but the date
changed?
on the calendar. Nothing's changed but the date
Oh
on the
no, oh
calendar.
no,
What
oh
is
no.
wrong? What is wrong with celibacy until your wedding night? That's what I'm saying. We as a society, man, we're
Well,
being programmed. Hold on. We're being programmed to like, okay, you got to test out the merchandise. So, okay, so what would you rather have? When you go to a dealership, if I say, Leonard, I'm giving you $100,000 voucher. Go to the Mercedes dealership and pick you out something. Are you going to go pick out a vehicle with some miles on it? Or are you going to go pick you out a brand spanking new vehicle with 0 miles on it that has just brand spanking new off the showroom floor?
there are no brand spanking new vehicles without miles on it because they got test drove.
Test drove, yeah. But I'm talking
Okay,
about
so
without being put.
what you think getting your groove on in? It's a test drive.
There's ways without intercourse, brother. Is what I'm saying. There's ways
No,
without.
I don't.
Listen, hold up, slow down.
I'm
There's
listening, but I don't
ways.
agree with it.
Hold up. There's ways without penetration. There's ways of testing out the merchandise without penetration. Okay, what I'm saying is, if it worked years ago for our grandparents and ancestors before them, and they had successful marriages, the divorce rate was low.
The
Families
divorce
were
rate.
together. The
Ho, ho,
families
ho.
were together, and they stuck together. This is a modern
All right.
type
Can
being. Slow down, brother. This is some
Okay, I
shit.
was gonna touch
This
on that point because I don't want to forget what you said.
Okay, hold up. This was some BS that has just been programmed in our head. It started back in the 70s and it's continuing on to now. That's sex, 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 sex. Come on, man.
Mm-mm.
And meanwhile, the
Now,
divorce rate is going up and the abortion rate is going up.
okay, now when you're talking about back in our grandparents' day, okay, in our grandparents' day, when you had the Great Migration north from the south, the men provided the household and the woman was the doggone caretaker of the household and the children while the man made the money. You see what I'm saying? Those days are gone. So don't look for them to come back. They're gone. Okay? Now, we need to live in the now as we do and adjust to it. Let's see, I remember when you used to pick up a phone and you had to stick your finger in the hole. Remember them phones and rotary phones? We don't have rotary phones anymore. Hell, we don't even have push button phones anymore. You see what I'm saying? So we're supposed to, with the new cell phone, see, back when we had those, no, that was back then. Society changes just like technology.
And you know what else has changed? You know what else has changed? Divorce rates. Okay, families splitting up.
Okay, divorce,
Broken. Hold on.
divorce.
Broken homes. Let me finish, brother. Broken homes we have now. Families splitting up we have now. Kids growing up without a two-parent home we have now. High abortion rates we have now. What is wrong with going back to the original plan of having you can wait? What is wrong with waiting until your wedding night? What is wrong? What
Okay,
is
now,
really wrong with waiting until your wedding night?
okay. Well, one thing that's wrong with waiting until your wedding night is if you look up the doggone statistics, American men in general, not just a black thing, they're not marrying black women anyway. Look it up. Black American women are the lowest demographic of married woman of any nationality of woman in the United States, bar none. But we have a 80% plus rate of children being born out of wedlock. Okay? Now, who gonna buy the cow when they get the milk for free? You dig? And then back to, now that I remembered it, back to the statement when you talk about it's ways you can check and this and that. Okay. There's a woman, we stopped seeing each other, it was about a year ago. She was a slim, about, I say 137 pounds, kind of tall, nice little petite morsel. And you know what they say about skinny women? They go deep. Not that skinny woman. I was barely fitting in there, and the sex was very uncomfortable. Okay. I've also been with women that when I had sex with them, it was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. So there's no way you're going to determine what is going to be the level of sex. No, the only way you determine what the level of sex is by actually having it, because you have some dudes that's large and in charge. And if it's women, you talk to some women, they'll tell you just because they got a big one, just because they got a big bat, that don't mean that they Sammy Sosa hitting a home run. And that's real. So, you know, and like I said, with the person that typed on here, with the comment that's still showing up there, I agree with what's her name, Abby A. I agree with her when she said that's unrealistic. It's a lot that's being said by a lot of people that is totally unrealistic, and I'm agreeing with the comment that she made. That's not realistic. Because I tell you what.
Well, I know a couple that did it, sir, in 2021. All right. They dated for 5 years, never had sex, waited until their wedding night, and they are happy. They are happy.
That's the same thing like that singer.
There are ways that you can enjoy there are ways that you can enjoy each other without
understood.
intercourse. There's a way you can enjoy yourself without intercourse, brother. You have to be creative. You have to be creative. I don't want to go into it on the morning show because I want to kind of keep it PG. But there are ways that you can find out if your mate is working with something or not. You don't have to hop in bed and screw. You know what I'm saying? It's not a requirement. You don't have to hop in bed and screw just to find out what they're working with. Because guess what? Okay, let's just say it might be good before you get married. And let's just say after you get married, the person gets tired of you. The person can get tired of you. Or the man may not be performing as well as he did before y'all got married. So it's still kind of counterproductive.
No, it's not counterproductive. That's when partnerships come in. Because, see, if you make sex the focal point of your relationship with the other person, you really ain't working with nothing at all.
Exactly.
You ain't working with nothing. Now,
that's the point.
When I said when I was mentioning a woman that I was dating, the sex, it was like, right? I just put it like that. Now, reason for the breakup, she got loud with me in public. I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. You don't do that. Now, we talked about this. I said, if you have a problem with anything I say or do, just be like, babe, let me talk to you for a minute. Huh? I need to talk to you. Okay. We go over wherever we go because our doggone business ain't going to be out in these streets. Our laundry is not going to be aired in front of the people. But you go flip mode and whoa. Okay. Number one, this is MY House. You got your own place. You're dismissed. See? And that makes me revolve back to with these women, they get with these doggone nothing deadbeat dudes, and they do it as a form of power. The dude ain't got 2 nickels to rub together and make a dime. You let this dude move it. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna be brief.
But you long-winded, brother. So come on, because I'm
gonna be brief because I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at the clock because I got an appointment. So I'm trying to keep anything I say down to 3 minutes or less.
Come on with it. You long-winded. Come on.
Now, you have said women, guy ain't got nothing, bringing nothing but a pole. Let him move in the house. As soon as he stand up and get some man about him, hey, woman, who you think you talking to? You can get out, go on back to your mammy house. And that's the reason these women do that. See, they don't get their equal financially and this and that and the third, not black women. They will get a Rudy Poot coupe and let him in there just for the security of telling their friends if the relationship goes wrong. Well, girl, he wasn't shit no way. But you knew that when you met him. You let him, you gave him all liberty to your womb, your home, your finances, your everything. Then you talking about, oh, you want a good man like me that's got his own. No, baby, you don't pick right. You ain't ready for me because you ain't going to be able to come to me with that. I'm a strong black woman and I got this and I do that. Well, go do that where you live. Go do that where you live, okay? Because I'm the one with doggone the FICO score that's going between a high 700 and a doggone mid 800, alternating every month, and got my doggone pension and my place and my Mercedes and my doggone 5-figure bank account and all that goings the hell on. You go out and find you another me while you out here with them he's so cute those. You dig? That's 3 minutes. I'm done.
Okay. The point I'm trying to make is, and that statement you made, you can't really direct that at the women because men also have a responsibility as well to make decisions or whatever, and to be straight up and honest with the woman. If you don't have any intentions on marrying this woman, okay, you don't have any intentions on having a future with this woman, why lay down with her?
Because sex ain't never got old.
Well, yeah, but okay, and sex can lead to a situation where you are standing in front of a judge, all right, getting ready to be put up on child support charges. All right.
That's true.
That sex can lead to 18 years of being in and out of jail for child support. Okay. That sex can lead
but that's for a deadbeat.
Let me finish. Deadbeats come in all forms, shapes, and fashion. All right. Mm-hmm. You got some NFL players that were deadbeats. You got some NBA players that were deadbeats. And we heard stories about Karl Malone. All right. And Karl Malone was a sports hero. All right. You know, no one looked at him as being a dusty. No one looked at him as as being a bad guy or whatever. Those stories didn't come out until well after he had retired. My thing is there is no sin in both the man and the woman vetting. Okay, when I say vetting, I'm not just saying vetting and find out are you compatible in the bedroom. Find out if you are spiritually compatible. Find out if you have a chemistry together, if you can get along. Find out if you both can be great parents to a child in the future. That's the type of vetting that I am referencing to. Not just in the bedroom, what you can do, how many positions, how you can flip the girl around, how you can ride a dude backwards and Chinese split on him or whatever. You know, it's more to that. It's more to that when you're trying to take it to the next level with that individual. And when you're trying to go to the next level in a relationship. And we maybe, just maybe, we would need no damn Roe v. Wade bill in the first place. If we would have left values, if we'd kept values in the relationship, values in the home, values in the marriages, you wouldn't have needed that. See, people back in the late 60s, in the early 70s, that's when people just started having sex, orgies, all kinds of just going crazy with it, using sex as a recreation and not for love. It became more about recreation instead of love. And then you had a whole lot of women coming up pregnant. And then they came out with the Roe v. Wade thing. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay, but
I like to tell people
that wasn't black women.
Leonard, before you make a comment, let me.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No problem. Respect, man. Appreciate you. It's a trip, man, how the conversation is always about like this instead of the fact that in 1974, when this bill was passed, it's been like 50 years, you know what I mean? And it was for population control. Margaret Sanger was documented as being against our people. And a majority of the abortions have been African-American. This was all like for these reasons. I mean, they said it. We realize why Planned Parenthood was created, but yet the conversation is always about like feelings and emotions and things like that. Before 1974, this was unthought of, unheard of. We already had a moral strategy in place for generations, ever since the conception of the country. But now we're all in an uproar because Roe v. Wade was overturned. It wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place.
Thank you. That's the point I was trying to make to everyone. We got away from values in relationships, morality in relationships, and it became more about I wonder how she can make me feel, or I wonder how he can make me feel. It became more about that when you first meet a woman. Damn, she look like she got some good stuff. Damn, she look like she can throw it back hard. Oh, damn, she look like she can ride. Oh, she's slim. She look like she could go deep. You know, it's you know, it wasn't that way years ago. It wasn't that way years ago.
It really wasn't. And what's killing is the conversation is always leading to something other than abortions. Planned Parenthood, created by Margaret Sanger, was to extenuate our people. And now that is over.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And on that note, I'm going to get ready to break for a commercial break here. Spirited discussion this morning. I'm going to break for a commercial break, and then we're going to come back with our final thoughts.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
All right, we're going to start off with your final thoughts, Leonard, because I know you got to get ready to get on up out of here. Just give us your thing.
Yeah, I gotta be.
Try to keep it under a minute, 2 minutes if you can.
Okay, I'll be pushing out about 45 minutes. Yeah, but like I said, we talk about them deadbeats and this and that, all different financial ratios. Look, the standard for child support is 23% of what you take home. Say I get some female pregnant. Okay, that means I gotta pay her $1,150 in child support. Boo hoo. You know what I'm saying? When I was paying child support, I had fun with it. I paid my doggone ex-wife something I call shut the fuck up money along with it. I was like, look, my son, just go ahead, get out my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. Here, take that extra money, go get your nails or hair done or some shit. I ain't here to talk to you. It's all about my boy. That's how I roll.
All righty. Okay, Kalani.
Yeah, man. I'm shocked and I'm tripping on our response to Roe v. Wade being overturned. Salute to you, Asatar. I'm shocked, man, because
salute Asatar.
Salute.
Jenny. Salute.
And Jenny, salute. D-Truth, salute. I'm just shocked that we're talking about something that was created. Roe v. Wade was created to destroy the black population. It wasn't about women's health care or rights or anything like that. What they did was they took 1% of people who have problems, such as 1% of people that go through molestation, incest, all these type of things. And they put that in the forefront of the conversation so that whenever the conversation comes about abortion, they start it off for 50 years with 1% of the population, but never talk about the 98% that was meant to it was for sport, it was for fun. It's what they used as a method of birth control, even when birth control was readily available. This was about Margaret Sanger, Planned Parenthood, population control, and downing the number of black people. 60 million, between 50 to 60 million black people have been aborted in our country. This is insanity. For any other country in the world, you don't hear about this. But in ours, it's natural to have this type of thing, man. It's ridiculous. And I hope that the conversation steers toward what's realistic, which is this will help our future generations. We'll have 50 million people in the next 50 years.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But now, were you done before I get started?
No, I was just going to say Simso said I wasn't correct on the number possibly, but I do want to say that between 40 to 60 or 40 to 55 million black people have been aborted. And that's, I mean, first that right there, we're not even having that conversation. We're talking about women's reproductive rights. It went from murder to abortion to women's reproductive health rights. Like, it's all the same thing.
Okay. All right. On that note, I'm going to close it out and says it right now, it is what it is. Okay. Is the Supreme Court has spoken, and now, you got to, as times change, you got to change along with the times, and you have to adjust. And the best adjustment, in my opinion, is better choice. You have to be more responsible and make better choices. You really have to vet the person that you are dating, not just in the bedroom. Okay. You have to vet them overall and make sure that that is the man or the woman that you intend on spending the rest of your life with. Okay. Before you go to that next level and jumping in the bed with them. Protection or no protection. Condoms are not guaranteed. Condoms can bust. Okay, the birth control pills. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. For some women, they work, but nothing is 100% guaranteed. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. That's just like car parts. They are not 100% guaranteed to work. The best guarantee is before you decide to lay down with that woman or that man, make sure that that is the person that you intend on having a long-term relationship or even the intentions on marrying that person. Just hopping in the bed randomly with a person can lead to long-term unhappiness, meaning that you could catch something, or you could end up getting pregnant or having a child by someone that you had no intentions on spending the rest of your life with. And then you guys are going to be arguing over child support and who visitation rights, and it's just going to be all kinds of drama. Why take yourself through that? And just be a little bit more responsible and make better decisions from the jump. Hell, I mean, you laugh and think it's lame and think it's corny to wait until your wedding night. My grandparents, they stayed married for well over 50 years. The divorce rate was very low back in those days, especially in our community. We had the lowest divorce rate in the Black community. Kids always had a mother and a father in the home. And you say times have changed. Nothing has changed but the date on the calendar. Our priorities have changed. We have gotten caught up in worldly activities. Worldly activities. I wonder what she feels like. I wonder what he feels like. Instead of taking your time, getting to know the person, developing the chemistry, and finding out, are you compatible enough to get married and to raise a child together? Then we wouldn't even need these type of discussions. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for coming out and joining us on the morning show. I think Rashida had to take a call and she had to drop out. But I want to thank everyone for joining us on the morning show. I'm going to bring on, more spirited topics like these the rest of the week. And as I announced last night, that Friday will be our last broadcast on the morning show because I can't be in two places at one time. I have commitments to my sports show, which is going to kick off on Saturday. It's going to kick off on the 3rd of July, and it's going to go into full effect on July the 4th on that Monday. So I can't be in two places at one time. I'm only one person. I'm working on possibly maybe doing a weekend morning show, and also working out a major deal with with another platform as well, if I decide to keep the morning show going. But it's just the sports thing is just my passion. I love the sports thing. This is what I built 20 East Media Network off of, and I had no idea that I would come over and to YouTube and experience getting into other sectors of podcasting or whatever. And it's been fun. It really has. It's been fun. But I got to get back to what I know and what I love and what I actually built this brand off of, and that is sports podcasting. I'm sorry, but now the open mic is not going anywhere. The hot seat lounge is still going to be around. We're going to do panels like this. The hot seat lounge is going to be totally different. I'm trying to get away from the riffraff, the beefing, the discussing the beefing or whatever. Um, it's really getting old. It really is. It's really getting old. Both sides are getting worn out. As you can see, both sides is taking a toll on both sides, and I think majority of the audience would like to hear something new. And discussions like this needs to be held. We need to have these discussions. And what I would love is to see is more females taking a panel and voicing their opinions. I say Abby has had some great points from the chat. Shay Vita has had some great points from the chat. Mrs. Maggie has had some great points from the chat. I would love for some of you to take the panel when I do have these discussions on the hot seat lounge. So the hot seat lounge will be more like an afternoon version of the morning show. Okay, I'll try to keep it as positive as I can. Now, if I do need to do a little roasting or kick someone in the draws, that will be done on the secondary channel on the Armondo Black TV1 channel, and the Underball Speaks short clips. That's where the roasting would be done. But as far as the hot seat lounge, it would go more into a positive direction. This platform, this channel will go more into a positive direction. It's just that it will be minus the morning show, unfortunately, because I just can't be in two places at one time. And Rashida has obligations as well with her job and promotions that she's been blessed with to come her way. So it's been a fun ride. Love all of you, but I just wanted to put that out there on the Monday. Put that out there for you all. We were going to do it together, but she had a call to come in, so I'm definitely putting it out there on her behalf. And we thank you all for the support. I couldn't have imagined that that the morning show would have done this well. I really didn't think it would do this well, because at the time that I created the morning show, it was at the height of the beef, and it seems like people only wanted to hear about the beef. They only wanted to talk about the beef, and it was, I was told it'll never work. Talking about positive subjects, talking about missing women, and talking about voting and voting rights act and mass shootings. Those are things that people don't really want to hear. But listen, hey, I proved, and me and Rashida, we both proved that, hey, people want to also, although the beef can be entertaining, but they also want to have serious discussions about serious topics. And I want to thank you all for joining us and supporting us. I see somebody saying something about We the People 2.0. Well, hey, look, I'll be watching that on the other side, but I won't be participating in it because it's time for some football.
Brian said
it's time for some football.
Scraps. He said it's time for scraps. I want to ask you a question on the back end when you sign off, though.
Okay.
I said, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Make sure man. I've been trying to holler at you on the back end.
No, it's cool. I'll wait till you cut off, and then we'll chop it up real quick before you go.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone, I just, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just taking the channel in more of a positive direction. Okay. I know a lot of people, they love to talk about the beef and the effery. that's going on with the beef, but that can get old. And on this channel, there will be more. We'll be discussing more topics that concern our community. Now, I will, and if I do decide to talk about the beef, you have to sub up to the other channel. You have to sub up to the other channel. Now, the open mic will also be on the other channel, and I am going to make the chat subscribers only and possibly privatize that video, because I want everyone to feel free to get up on the panel and speak their mind in our open panel discussions without ghost watchers coming in and without trolls coming in disrupting the topics, and ghost watchers, you know, trying to screen record, and you all know exactly where I'm going with this. So everyone, thank you for your support on the morning show. Like I said, we may just move it to the weekends only, or I may just have to dissolve it all together. But this Monday through Friday is just a little too much. You know, we have to do the sports morning show at 7, and then, you know, have to switch everything over and do another 2-hour show. It becomes a lot. So everyone, I want to thank you all, and we're going to work it out. We're going to try to work things out. But definitely the hot seat lounge is not going anywhere, and the open mic shows are not going anywhere. So, all right. So everyone, I'm going to thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Monday. Well, it's Monday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Everyone, for Rashida Taylor, my beautiful co-host, for Leonard, Kalani, I want to thank you all, fellas, for joining me. And everyone, take care of yourselves and each other. Love you. See you tomorrow morning.
East Media Network. 20 East Media Network. 20 East Media Network. Armondo, Black. Live from Atlanta, Georgia. East Media Network Productions. Armondo, Black. East Media Network Productions. Live from Atlanta, Georgia.